Oh yeah, we're gonna start the week with some pretty major news. Here's the email I just got from Toyota right here in our studio. It says, May 12, 2025, get ready to stand out in all new style from urban streets to outdoor retreats. Check out the reveal on May 20th. This is very cryptic, and they sent three images. Here's a shot from above in the snow. Here's a shot from above of a vehicle on a curvy forest road. And here's another one in a neighborhood. So what the heck can it be? So Zach and I and the rest of the gang here, we've been kind of thinking and brainstorming, and then it hit me like a ton of bricks or a Mack truck, or maybe a Tundra, actually. And I realized that this could be the next generation or really updated Toyota RAV4. And this would be pretty seismic news because Toyota RAV4 is the best-selling passenger car. So just few months ago, we wrote a story on TFLcar.com. Our producer and managing editor of TFL Cars, Zach, did the story that Toyota in the United States sold 475,193 vehicles over the entire year, which is, if you look at the name plates like the F-150, I'm not talking about Super Duties, but as far as the F-150s are concerned, that's quite a few vehicles more than that. So this is tremendously important, and especially in this day and age, because there's a lot of talks about also tariffs, where vehicles are built, and where these Toyota RAV4s might be built. So for just this video, I'm going to assume that we're not talking about a compact cruiser, something like this, even though I think a lot of enthusiasts and people around the country would want Toyota to make something like this, an off-road ready small vehicle, could be all electric or not, maybe a hybrid that could really kind of have the spirit of the original FJ or the FJ40s, or just the Land Cruiser, baby Land Cruiser. So I don't think it's that. Here's an image from several years back, from 2021. But finally, we do have some spy images here. So in these images, you could see, actually this was from a couple months ago. This was from Detroit, so you could see there's still snow on the ground in this particular image. But the spy photographer was mentioning that these images could be the next RAV4. And I think there is a lot of valid information here. Toyota has a performance development center near Detroit in Michigan. And of course, they would be testing this vehicle around the country and in many different environments. You can kind of see how the roof extends all the way back, and then there's a pretty vertical drop for the rear tailgate. And if you look here, you can kind of see the roof extends all the way back, and there is not much room left for the tailgate, so it must be vertical. So that's kind of my deduction, my Sherlock Holmes, if you will, of this particular spoiler in the back. So if we take a slightly closer look, I know this camouflage does not make it look very attractive, but this is kind of what we have to go on right now. It's got manufacturer plates, and it's got a hitch, pretty visible. And also we can see at least one or maybe dual exhaust pipes. So we think here at the studio that the next RAV4 could have at least hybrid powertrain. They might be going away from the regular gasoline engine, but currently their hybrid is a 2.5 liter four-cylinder with electric motors to combine for 219 horsepower and 252 pound-feet of torque. So that could still be really great. I mean, they don't have to change their powertrains much. They're known for their reliability and just kind of ease of use. So why change their powertrain? If they want to change anything, in my opinion, is maybe kind of the sound character of that. Maybe they can tune the exhaust system a little bit more, make sure it doesn't sound too kind of rough in certain instances when you're either charging or accelerating hard. So here's a quick look at the front. You almost have this clamp looking light that may go all the way across, and a weird looking grille. This grille reminds me a little bit of Toyota Crown Insignia. So if they just announced Corolla Cross news as well, but this grille is way different. So if I look up on tflcar.com, so this is Crown Insignia. I'm sorry, I misspoke. But you can kind of see the horizontal bars on the bottom and sort of this dot grille near the top, and also almost a clamp-looking light. Slightly different look, but if you can look at this, horizontal bars, I think Mary called this a cheese grater at one time, and also kind of a clamp-looking headlamp, but very upright. So kind of a masculine design, which usually works really well. And of course, Toyota would not be kind of going too far in their design, too far off the beaten path, because this is their very popular vehicle, and they don't want to kind of change the success path of it and completely kind of go off in some other direction. So I think they're making a little bit more squared off, and I think that's why they're talking about fresh style. But it's still going to have all the efficiency, all the goodness, all the usability that the RAV4 really needs to have to be one of the most popular vehicles in the world and in the country. So let me know what you think. So in just a few days, 8 days from now, we will know for sure. Hopefully we'll have full coverage of this, because I know there's an event happening in Texas. Toyota is headquartered there, so hopefully we will learn much more, and then official images and video, not just these prototype images. But right now, this is the only official information we have, like I showed you in the very beginning. But I would be willing to put some money, some bets on this, that this could be the next RAV4. There's a two-tone version of it here with red body and black roof. And of course, there's several trim levels, many trim levels of the RAV4, but they recently seem to be discontinued the Tier D off-road and adventure models, which were kind of a little bit more adventurous off-roady models. So maybe they'll bring them back as hybrids. We'll have to wait and see. The current hybrid LE starts at $33,695, but of course, price might go up for this redesigned model, because a lot of these RAV4s are actually built in Ontario, Canada, but there is also Georgetown, Kentucky. So I'm checking my notes right now. And also some of them are built in Japan, because a plug-in hybrid version of the RAV4 also exists, and I think it will come back, of course. Will there be an all-electric version of the RAV4? Maybe not initially. Maybe it'll still a couple years away. That's my take on it, just from everything that Toyota as a corporation globally has been talking about. They're really into choice of powertrains and combining electricity with gasoline, not going full-on electric. But if all of them were hybrids, this would be a pretty huge step, because currently all new Camrys are hybrids, all new Siennas are hybrids, all new Sequoias are hybrids. So they've been moving in this direction in very measured but big steps. And I think if their most popular vehicle in the United States will be a hybrid, that's going to be the standard that everybody else has to really compete against. So I think you'll see a lot more efficient vehicles on the road here pretty soon. So let me know what you think in the comments below. This is kind of all I have right now as far as information about this particular vehicle, and we'll give you a lot more information very soon. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time at alltfl.com.